Welcome everyone to your Mercury retrograde reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, this is going to be a two-part reading over here. First, we're going to get straight into the collective of the basics of what this Mercury retrograde is bringing to the table for the whole collective. And then at the end, I will do your sign, okay, to see how that's going to affect you and your sign. Okay, so let's get in here. Table's already set. It's talking about that Mercury retrograde, which starts in Aries, okay, on the 15th of March, and then we'll move into Pisces on the 29th, and then it will be over on April 7th, where it will go back direct. And of course, it will stay in Pisces, excuse me, while it's going direct. So we have some energies coming through. So this energy is saying Mercury retrograde in this sign of Aries as we speak is hot-tempered, argumentative, right? Impulsive energy. Okay. Going to have a hard time right now with decisions, right? What's going on? So watch for those tempers to fly, whether it's from you or someone around you. Okay, so we're talking about that Mercury. So no matter what, we're talking about those miscommunications, technology, meltdowns, deliberating headaches. A lot of people get headaches around this time as well. So if you know that you're prone to headaches, that could also be from that Mercury retrograde. Overthinking situations. Be careful of that as well. Aries is also about taking that action. So it might make you feel like you must respond to things immediately. Okay, or others are all of a sudden feeling like they should respond to you immediately. So however it's going to be, especially when you know that it doesn't have to be immediate, but you might feel like, you know what, I have to go now. That's that impulsive action taking place. Okay, so let's see. Get us a couple of cards over here on this Mercury. Yeah, that confusion coming in, difficult decisions weighing you down. So, you know, it's a good time right now to just avoid people who want to confuse you, right? Confusion, blurring the lines between what is going on and what's not going on. And you're going to get that a lot when it's in Pisces anyways. You know, once it gets into Pisces, it's going to even be different because now it's going to blur the line between what's fact and what's fantasy, right? So let's see over here. This is a great time for learning new things. Okay, just be careful about your communication because there is going to be a lot of miscommunication. You know, if you guys are planning things, make sure that you are always a half an hour, you know, ahead of schedule, 15 minutes to a half an hour ahead of schedule because of traffic or jams or this or that, right? So make sure that you are, you know, taking that logic, okay, and using it to the best of your knowledge, especially because when it comes into Pisces, that logic is going to take a back seat. Okay, so let's see. Going straight to Aries over here. Absolutely. But it can be a great time for learning new things as long as you're giving yourself, you know, those extra moments just to really, you know, take extra time and just slow down and don't be too impulsive because there's going to be a lot of restless mental energy going around. So on the Aries over here, it's about that challenge. Putting up a challenge, you might feel like there's a lot of competition around you. You might even feel like you have to protect your energy. Please do protect your energy during this Mercury retrograde, as all Mercury retrogrades, right, have this way of doing things. So this is where you're going to find that I need to maintain some control within this situation. There it is, overcoming some obstacles. Yeah, definitely. You're going to have a lot of energy swirling around you. So you might definitely be feeling like, hey, you know what? Why does everybody want to argue with me? Okay, so absolutely. So you definitely want to ground yourself. Okay. And going straight into this Pisces. This Pisces is talking about, yeah, now when it starts moving into this Pisces, you can feel like, oh, okay, here comes that fog machine. Everything's my anxiety is rising. Clarity is now becoming confusion. There's that, like I said, blurring between, those, what's fact, what's fantasy, what's real, what's rose-colored glasses. You might even be getting that effect for some of you of where did I put my glasses? Oh my God, I lost my keys. Just literally the fog machine over here going off. So, okay, so yeah. And definitely feeling like there's a lot of emotions coming out as well. So also watch those emotions. People are going to be in high emotions anyways, but it just feels like over here everybody wants to argue. Everybody wants to, debate their opinion. It's my way, the highway, right? And then over here it's like over emotions coming through, which then causes all this confusion. And it's like, come on, Mercury's already making, enough confusion as it is. Now, instead of tempers flying, everybody wants to be sad, right? Confused, over emotional, sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? Right? Because now it's going to bring that all in as this sensitivity, as it is, making closure, as it's starting to end. Wow, I like that. It's saying now I'm ending. Now this cycle of the Mercury retrograde is ending. But it's also going to allow you to make endings as well. So that's where we're going to start right now and say, okay, so how is it going to affect you, my friends? Okay. Okay, Gemini, let's look and see what's going on using the little round cards. See what's going on. The Mercury retrograde is going to start in your 11th house of aspirations from March 15th, and then during the 29th, it's going to go back to your 10th house. So, yeah. So let's just look first. Got the 11th house of your long lost wishes, hopes, and dreams, of course. My favorite house, right? Okay, so what do we got here? We have dimensional of spirit, total freedom. Ooh. And this card is definitely asking you to look in all directions, which is equally possible for you to move forward towards your hopes, your wishes, your dreams to come true. So it's actually asking you to be inspired, take inspired action, which I love because, literally it's in your 11th house during this Aries, right? So it's definitely going to be all about power and action, impulsive, self-improvement, unexpected ideas coming towards you with the creativity coming from that fire. So there even could be a direction that you don't see that's possible that could be definitely opening up for you. Even though it might even feel a little hot, it might feel a little chaotic because of the Mercury retrograde, but it's saying, hey, look, this is where I want you to look. I'm going to open up this communication for this situation, even though a lot of the times the communication that Mercury retrograde wants to throw out always seems a little confusing, always seems, so it's like, okay, so you want me to chase my dreams. Got it. But, right, but you also want to use a little bit of confusion to do so. It's because it wants you to know how much do you really want something. If you're really inspired to do something, you'll get through the confusion, right? You'll knock that confusion out with your intuition. And then it won't be so much of a challenge. You'll be able to see the bigger picture. So let's see. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's saying, do you have lack of confidence, or are you going to have the confidence and the recognition to get towards what your victory really is? If you do so, you definitely will have the 10 of Cups. You will definitely get to that inner happiness, those dreams coming true. You just have to stop. Take a little bit of time to recognize what's going on around you. With Mercury retrograde, it can push so much, okay, that it pushes into this place where it feels like I'm almost at a barrier. But no, it says this is the time of meditation. This is the time to be able to become fully aware of what it is you truly are looking for at this time, so that way you don't have confusion. Look deep within your shadow side. you will find all of these open doors, all these ideas. These doors here are a lot of ideas coming towards you, things that you've never really focused on before, or things that maybe you are refocusing on that you put behind. Something that could have been forgotten. What about the forgotten dream? The one I forgot about, but now all of a sudden it's coming back up and it's wanting me to commit to this because that's where my wheel of fortune is. So it wants me to get strong. It wants me to get creative. It wants me to communicate, this, whether it's with myself, with other people, putting it out there within the universe at this initial period. Because as this time comes, as it starts moving into this Pisces, it's even going to be more dreamy. It's now the time where you can really manifest. You can really manifest these. And yes, you're going to have probably people who are going to think that, you've changed direction. You're different. You're thinking different. You're thinking outside the box. Who are you? Why have you changed? What are you talking about? Don't let them confuse you. Because remember, your 10th house is your legacy. You're going after your dreams, your wishes for your legacy. And yes, people at work might be like, why? Why would you want to leave? You've been here forever. Because I have a legacy. I have some place to be. I have a path, a career path, a goal that I've been setting towards. Something that's coming, maybe resurfacing from your past that you knew was good, but you just didn't know how to get there. So it says, don't let this opportunity, slide by. Fulfill those dreams. Don't let it pass you by. Reach for it. You have this time and this beautiful opportunity right now to grab what it is that you truly want. Right? So it's saying be truthful and honest within yourself so that way you get to exactly where you want to be. Have a little courage, have more faith within the situation, and you'll find yourself right where you need to be. It's going to, there's going to be a lot of refocusing attention, right? But you're also going to grab that attention. Universe is going to focus on you and make you the limelight. It's going to put all that attention on you and say, hey, come on, let's do that. If you take this opportunity, I'm going to shine my light on you and allow the world to see you bloom. Queen of Wands, always in the limelight, always center of attention. So I want you to center your attention there and then allow it to center that light on you. That will happen around that solar eclipse because that's where the Pisces will come in. So you give it all this attention now within the Aries, and then it says, I'll feed it back to you. So that what comes around goes around. And next thing you know, boom, the next couple of months, you're going to be on a whole different path. You're going to be on this path to success. You're going to be moving towards what it is you've worked so hard for, or something you've thought about so long that now you're going to actually, if it's creative, maybe you're making a book, maybe you want to write a book, you put that pen to paper or whatever, boom, here it goes. Because it's saying this is what it wants you to do. Look for the goals that are fitting for who you want to accomplish on being. Mercury retrogrades are not always as nasty as we want them to be. They're nasty in the very beginning, but then you have to say, why did they give us all these trials and tribulations? Because they're trying to prove something of you. Yes, I'm going to throw all these negative things towards you. Are you going to get stuck in the negative? Are you going to get stuck in the, oh my God, why does it always happen to me during Mercury retrograde? Oh my God, why does my ex always come back? What the fuck do they want? No, let's move past that. Get past that so we can get to what it really, truly is trying to set you up for. It's not always about negative. It's about learning, right? Learning and focus. Where's the focus of attention? Page of Swords. And I love it right now because right now we have the lunar eclipse. It started on the lunar eclipse. It's going to end at the solar eclipse. So you couldn't really get any better than that. And you have all these portals in between. So, you have a lot going on over here, as everyone does. This is a time to re-examine our options. Everybody on this planet needs to re-examine the options and do not allow, when the shit hits the fan, the challenges to become the main focus. It's challenging us to say, how strong are you to get past that? You'd be surprised how many beautiful things come. A lot of people say, oh, don't put all that time in because it's only a Mercury retrograde. It only lasts so long. No. That is a reset. You are hitting a reset button. If you really want to believe that, then that is a way of program. Do you really want to program your mind to say, if I get into a love relationship during a Mercury retrograde, that it's not going to last? Talk about reprogramming someone's mind to believe bullshit, because that's not true. I know many people who were in a Mercury retrograde when they got into relationships. In fact, I think I was one. And I've been married for 30 years. So, well, close enough. Okay, do you see the point that I'm saying? It's about where you're pushing yourself and how you're doing things. If you want that, no. What comes up during the Mercury retrograde is the karma that we hold on to, the bullshit that we hold on to. You reprogram yourself to say, I don't need to be scared just because it's a Mercury retrograde to not go do this, that, and other. A lot of people do things all the time. They don't know it's a Mercury retrograde. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden their whole life went to shit because of the next Mercury retrograde. No, what it does is it brings back your scary moments. It brings back the things that you have karmic ties to. And then it challenges you to get rid of those. And when you become aware of them, it's easier to push that away. Because you say, okay, I'm going to get frustrated, I'm going to get pissed off, and I'm not going to live here long. I'm going to live here for 48 hours, 24 hours, and then I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to reroute myself, I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to win. And then once you win and you break those ties, you realize that doesn't come back anymore. Okay? Then you realize, whoa, that doesn't happen anymore. What happened to that? That went away because you win. You don't have that anymore. You broke the chains. You're not restricted to that anymore. This is all about expansion. I always call it restrictions and expansion. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.